Hey, and welcome to this quick raid guide for HAVOC DH. We're gonna look at talents, rotation, gear, and specific items and stats. So, we got 3 different raid builds I recommend. So, the Serrated Glaive Momentum is the highest single target build. Serrated Glaive No Momentum is actually the second one for me at least. And the Restless Hunter is more of a AoE while focusing on single target. This is basically the Season 1 build. I will link all of these builds in the description, so check them out from there. All of these talent builds have the same basics, which are the Essence Break combo with and without meta, extending meta and reducing I-beam cooldown as much as possible. This means wasting as little fury as possible while generating as much as possible. Avoid casting long GCDs and instead picking up fragments and generating with Fell Rush. It's important to be casting as many Chaos Strikes and Blade Dances as possible. So, instead of using Fellblade for generation, your main source of fury actually during a fight will be Demon Blades, Chaos Strike Refunds, Fell Rush with Isolated Prey, and Demonic Appetite Souls. On the momentum builds, Vengeful Retreat will also give you a lot of fury from the Tactical Retreat talent. Now, on the builds that pick Serrated Glaive. You want to make sure you have the debuff from throwing Glaive every time you enter Demon form. That means before every I-beam, if you don't have this debuff, just throw a Glaive. You should also keep the Glaive debuff up if you are in Demon form, unless your Demon form is just about to drop. The Serrated Glaive debuff also has a pandemic window, so you can refresh it at 4 to 5 seconds and it won't be wasted. If you choose the momentum variation, you should try to keep momentum up most of the fight, prioritizing moments where you have a lot of damage, like before I-beam and in Demon form. You should also use Vengeful Retreat on cooldown to line it up with Essence Break. Since it's a 20-second cooldown, it should sync up. If it desyncs, it's not the end of the world. You should still keep using it on CD for the Fury gain and the crit buff. They are still very useful. On the SG build that doesn't pick momentum, no momentum, you play mostly the same. One important thing to note is you should still use Vengeful Retreat on cooldown, even if it doesn't sync up because you don't pick this talent for the reduced cooldown. It's still worth to press it just for the initiative crit buff, even though it doesn't line up with Essence Break. Now on the Restless Hunter build, this a bit more simple compared to the Serrated Glaive momentum, in terms of not needing to press the Glaive debuff basically. Other than that, it plays mostly the same. You know, keep momentum up, press the Hunt, I-beam, VR or Vengeful Retreat all on CD. Get your Essence Break in the demonic windows. Yeah, then you can hold the 3-minute Essence Break to line up with meta. So you get another Essence Break window with meta. Now on to stats. Crit Haste will be your best stats. Crit Haste. You will still want some Mastery and Verse, but Crit Haste is the main stuff. You should still sim yourself, of course, for max DPS. For specific weapons, the Underrot weapon is very strong, as well as the double time from the new Mega Dungeon. You can upgrade this to 441. Again, sim. Some people have reported that double time actually out-simmed the Krog Tusk, but I haven't simmed that yet, but that's something you should consider as well. In my case, actually, the Magmorax weapon almost beat the Krog Tusk in the offhand as well. Now for tier, you want the Forset, of course, and if you can choose, you should craft on the leg slot. Instead of tier legs, you should have the crafted legs. And as your embellishment, you should have this infused with the Power of Decay. This is a Toxified Armor Patch, along with Toxic Thorn Food Wraps. These are your best in slot embellishments. And you can actually, I have crafted a main hand. This is a solid choice as well. Then fill your other slots with crafted leather pieces. I actually don't have anything equipped right now because I have crafted for tank. But definitely you should get some 447 slots in here if you if you don't have like higher eye level. For trinkets, I've ran Anvil and Bomb Dispenser for most of the patch. Then Beacon is a solid choice as well if you can get a hold of one of those. And then Ominous is very good as well. If you can get like the buffs from the raid, this is very nice as well. If you can't get any of these, like the dice is also like an alternative to run. For rings, I would not play Amulet anymore. Amulet is nerfed. You should not play this unless you're like fresh from last patch. You should probably replace it as soon as possible. The Aeronog ring though, this is still competitive if you have it from Mythic with a socket. I have still been using this. I actually found out I could get a minimal like 50 DPS gain from swapping it out, but that means I would have to re-socket and like enchant all my gear, so I haven't done it yet. So I would not maybe go farm this anymore, but if you have it, yeah, it's a very solid choice. Now lastly, rotation-wise, I'll go through the Essence Break momentum, or the Essence Break combo here with Throglaive, and I'll just show you how it's done. So, start out with pressing Sigil. This is like pre-pull. So you're entering raid combat. The pull timer is at 2. You press Sigil. You press Emo Aura. And then you throw Glaive and push your like on-use items. Then you Fell Rush through. Eye Beam. Then you want Annihilation. Vengeful Retreat through the boss. Then you press Essence Break. Blade Dance, then a Meta and Blade Dance again, then Annihilation once more, and Essence Break. Or not Essence Break, but Eye Beam. This is basically your like meta Essence Break window. Then you press the Hunt, and continue pressing stuff on CD and like keep up the Throglaive buff. One big tip I'm gonna give you here: if you are playing Dragonfire Bomb Dispenser and you are playing Initiative, which you probably should play, this bomb is affected by the crit chance buff. So if you throw a bomb here, it has a 6-second duration, and then you proc your Initiative, this bomb will explode with increased crit chance. So it did, so 166k from the bomb right there. So that's something you can min-max. That's why I do like to have it on a separate bind. Instead of, if you want to be lazy with it, you can macro it to something like Chaos Strike to throw it on CD, but I do recommend getting a separate button so you can kind of min-max that buff with Initiative. It also will put your other trinkets, so if you have a beacon as a second one, it will put this beacon on the like internal cooldown, which is like 10 seconds from the bomb dispenser. And you can't use beacon then, if it's just in your Chaos Strike. So that's just something you should keep in mind. So just to recap quickly, talents play what you want out of these recommended builds. SG Momentum is best for single target, while Restless Hunter is best with fights with a lot of adds. Best stats are Crit Haste, Embellishment's Toxic Thorn Boots with a Toxified Patch. Practice the Essence Break windows, so it comes naturally to you. And mostly generate with Fell Rush, as it's a shorter GCD than other generators. When playing SG build, debuff before Eye Beam and during meta, that's about it. If you like this video, make sure you like it, I guess. If you have any questions, please just send a comment. I will try my best to answer everything, and I hope you succeed in your HAVOC raiding. Good luck, guys.